Hello everyone and welcome to Game Over. I am Dark and with me is Cantro. Today on Newkirk City we have, spawning in the bottom left, it's our red Terran. It's the Muslim. Spawning as a blue Protoss in the bottom right corner of the map. It is Grubby. So another great Heart of the Swarm matchup for you guys today. This was from the King of the Hill match by the Good Studio. So it was very exciting content. Now, in terms of Newkirk City, what do you think we should be expecting?
Well, it's a very long map, as I'm pointing out right now. Not really good for rush unless you're proxying. So I'm expecting some pretty standard play from both players. Maybe kind of on the greedy side, just because of the way the map is laid out. A lot of bases, a lot of expansions, and you'll probably see a lot of fights like right here. Split map scenarios are also very common in this map, just because of the way it's laid out. Right now from Grubby, we're seeing him not start any. He's got a lot of probes queued up, so that's telling me he's going to go for a 15 Nexus. Really smart on this map, just because any kind of, I don't know, three barracks. Like if you see a Protoss 15 expand, you're like, I'm going to throw down 2 more barracks and go for an all-in, because you won't have any units. Doesn't work so well on this map just because you got to walk all the way there.
And by that time, Grubby would have defense.
Yeah, so, and really, like, by that time he's probably going to have 3 gates or a robo, so he's just going to come up, take up the top of this ramp, eventually just come down and kill you. So, we'll see what the Muslim has planned. This is Heart of the Swarm, so we haven't exactly seen every Terran just going for gasless expand, so we'll see if what he's got planned for us. There's that Nexus going down for Grubby. And a Forge. So it looks like he's going to do a Forge expand. Kind of an interesting idea. Some Protosses have made it work. Sometimes they don't. See if Grubby can do it. What it consists of is putting probably a cannon somewhere in this vicinity so that when units come up the ramp early on, and then you build more cannons as you see fit with other units. But looks like on the Muslim side we are just going to see him go for 15...
One Rax expand.
One Rax expand with a 17 command center. Pretty standard. Be interesting to see where he goes from here. There's cannon going down for Grubby. He did start the gateway first, so he will have some kind of. He does have the option to build units eventually and fairly quickly. But this cannon is really late if there was going to be like a Reaper or something that was going to come in. So interesting to see what happens here. This map. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw some kind of sky play. Really good for this map just because you have these 4 bases really close together. You can get up to 4 bases fairly easily and only have to defend this one around this one structure. And they can really only come at you at 2 points, this area here and this one here. And, you know, this is a really wide open base, but good protection, good observers can also protect that. Seeing the probe come out for Grubby right now, this is actually his first scout.
And it's not going to go
well. It's not going to happen. Actually getting him away right away. But on the Muslim side, he's seeing everything. He's just like, well, what am I going to do now? So, but we do see that he did take double gas after his command, and he is going for the factory. So we might see some Hellion drops, a lot of Widow Mines, something on those sides. Wouldn't be surprised since Battle Hands seem to be a very popular choice. And just on Grubby's side, we're just seeing him just build lots of workers. I wouldn't be surprised if he throws down some more gateways here soon. Because really he's only got the Zealot and this cannon at this point. So it's kind of good that the Muslim hasn't gone for any kind of build. But due to the fact that Grubby is playing a little bit greedy, you do see the Muslim doing the same. He hasn't really built a bunker. Like he's just down throwing it. That bunker in a normal game should have been like a minute or 2 ago. So... Starport, so it is going to be some kind of drop. We do see 2 Hellions on the way. Just so everyone knows, this is the patch where you do not need this replay is from the patch when you didn't need the upgrade. So, but it is 2 Battle Hellions per medevac. So, kind of interesting. Seeing Grubby take full map vision, 1 Zealot. He did have this probe here. Just going to go down, throw down this pylon, just as a proxy. Mothership core is going to go in through the main, and this Starport was played poorly.
He's going to see everything.
Yeah. He's only got 3 Marines still, too, so... probably isn't going to be able to build Banshee, but that play armory finishing up for EGDemuslim, so he will be able to transition if that is what he wants. On Grubby's side, he did throw down those 3 extra gateways. He is
Starport gonna come down.
yeah, Stargate, so Stargate. But yeah, that's interesting choice for Grubby. You may actually see him do some kind of Void Ray build that is very popular for Protoss right now. 3rd command center going down for EGDemuslim, so it looks like he's gonna go apply some pressure while he gets up this 3rd base. Yeah, nothing in the medevac actually. I think it's just gonna
Rendezvous.
yeah, 2 Hellions turn into battle Hellions, and these 2 probably gonna go into the natural. Grubby does have quite a few units well positioned, and he does have cannons at all his bases. So it's not that he's in terrible position, or that it's more that he doesn't really have a lot of units to defend
And
this
he
with.
does have units down at his.
And he's got a lot. He's got a lot of stalkers here now too. So.
Hurry, boost in.
And the natural. They both have so this does take and activating the cannon and planetary nexus and just perfect defense by Grubby.
Yeah.
Not even close. Starting a Phoenix, which is an interesting choice. Phoenix has never really been useful in this against Terran and at any point really. They're just like stop and drops maybe they're really good at,
Yeah.
especially with their speed. But
That's the only thing I can see.
yeah, but I feel like there's such more convenient ways of Phoenix lose their ability. Like, yeah, this drop is dead, but the unit still got out, and these Phoenixes aren't going to lose their value over time a lot. EGDemuslim throwing down a 2nd bunker just to be safe. Probably not feeling overly protected right now, but he is switching to a bio play, which is kind of interesting. He started off with, I think that's what he kind of wanted, because what happened is he's forcing Grubby to play a kind of anti-mech style with these. I feel like these are not what he would have if he was playing against a bio player. And so we're seeing these 2 Phoenix go in, and he's going to see all the barracks. Yeah, so he knows what's up now. He's probably like, oh man, I should have went like Templar or something, because now he doesn't really have, like, he's got stalkers. You don't want a bunch of stalkers against a bunch of marauders. Like, it's just not going to go well. The only thing that Grubby has going for him is that he hasn't taken any damage. He's about to have a 3rd base, and he hasn't actually taken any damage from EGDemuslim, but he doesn't have any units. Like, he has no AoE, which Protoss is really required in this matchup.
Especially against the bio. Now,
Yeah.
EGDemuslim's going to be able to move his command center down to his 3rd.
Yeah.
So although Grubby did initially look to be in a well-seated place, EGDemuslim's just as great off for economy base.
Yeah. And we're seeing, like, look at the upgrades for EGDemuslim. He already has stim. He's going to have 1-1 when this timing hits, and he's going to have combat shield finishing up later on. Like,
Yeah, just have 1-0. He won't have. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he does.
but the thing is, Grubby already has 1-1. Right, but the problem is he's Delta card. He doesn't have like he's got a bunch of useless Phoenixes.
No, did they not finish? Sorry, I thought he was researching that earlier. Maybe he did it by mistake.
Yeah, I think he switched to the blink. I think just for defense. But the problem is now is that he doesn't have these zealots. Like these zealots are never gonna touch this bio.
Yeah.
Like he needs to get charged. He needs to get good use of the hallucination there, seeing where EGDemuslim is. But right now, he's got 4 Phoenix that are really useful. Pretty much help him. And really, the thing that's hurting the most is cannon. And back momentarily. But I feel like it's only a matter of time if he doesn't get, like, the Temple Archives is about to finish up. He needs those Archons now. He needs them. He needs the damage output from them because he just doesn't have anything. Yeah. Or like, still think like, why are you still building Phoenix? I don't think that's the proper choice at this point. Phoenix still up. That's still on that card. Really one-sided right now. Are pushing the Muslims back to take out one of them. But you know, those Phoenix didn't even kill them. Didn't even kill all the medevacs, so they haven't been worthwhile at all. I feel like going Void Rays, maybe, you know. Well, even if you had it went for the Oracle, like that, I feel like that would make it so DeMuslin would have to build turrets, postpone his fight. He'd have to play defensive. Yeah. Right now, he's not scared of no Phoenix. Like, yeah, they can kill pros, but like, Marines can take them out. So, no fight. I think that targeting the Archon. He's out still going hard. He's out still getting full apart. Every time he's no charge block. More Archons coming in, pushing DeMuslin back. Grubby is holding, right? And he is starting to get the units he does require. He's done a finished Storm, but he doesn't actually have any Templar on the map to like use Storm.
DeMuslim's medevacs were really low energy count, but he is making 3 at a time. So as good as DeMuslim was doing in terms of pushing Grubby's army back, he was definitely taking a lot of sacrifices with his medevacs. Like, look at those.
Yeah,
one has
none of them have any. So they're the medevacs back up.
Grubby can't push out. He can't do any kind of damage to them while they're low in health.
And still, you've seen this really low count for Grubby. I think he's fully forgotten he needs charge at this point, but I feel like these Zealots of charge, it's a way different fight. These are 2-2 Zealots, it's 2-2 Bio. He's got Archon support, he's got some, he's got lots of Stalkers. I feel like this fight goes a lot more even if he has charge, but just with no charge, he needs the Muslim to come to him. And I think this time, walking right into the column here. One's out there, one's out there. They're gone. Just goes out no more. All the Archons have been cleaned up. It's just the Stalkers at this point. No cannon. Storm is now halfway controlled. Or charge, oh my gosh, very used Storm. But takes the final cannon down. No reinforcements for Grubby. He's trying to build more Stalkers, but here's the reinforcements. And pure bio play. Going back to I feel like it was just kind of some mind games there from DeMuslin, throwing out the battle hellions really early. Maybe DeMuslin.
Grubby got the wrong impression.
Yeah, DeMuslin was like, oh, I've seen DeMuslin been playing mech. Maybe he's going to play mech against me. Seems like that new Terran thing. And, against a mech player, those Phoenix actually come pretty in handy because you're able to really scout really easily. You can pick up tanks. You can pick up a lot of tanks, actually. Walk in, and then not take any fights, and then be right on top of them without having to worry. But, no, it just...
Unfortunately, DeMuslin did not do that.
Yeah, DeMuslin was... I don't think he didn't even build a ghost at this point in the game. Like, I feel like he was really comfortable in where he was in the game, and I feel like Grubby just made some bad calls. That last fight wasn't too well, and that just lost him the game.
Unfortunately for Grubby, I don't think there would have been much of a difference with that last fight. Whether he chose...
I feel like if he had charge...
Well, yeah, but he would have needed that much earlier.
Yeah, but I'm saying if he had that fight he takes at the natural ramp, you have charge there, those Zealots don't get, like, half destroyed before they get touching the units. Yeah. It evens out a little bit more, just a little bit, but...
Overall, great game between the two. This has been Game Over. Be sure to hit the subscribe button below. Thanks, guys, for tuning in.